It was Team Cherry on the ice Tuesday morning, going through the paces in a unique set of skills testing at Prospera Place. With a ton of NHL scouts in attendance, it was a chance for these draft-eligible players to showcase their skating, pivoting, and puck-handling ability in front of prying eyes.
It's all reactionary drills where they have to go on a light instead of just going on when they want to go. So you can see some of the kids that we weren't really sure if they were good skaters, that there are some guys that are surprising us out here.
This is one of those areas where it's all based on time. So some kids are going to be quick and some are not so quick. But the bottom line about our game is time can be important, I guess, in some areas. But really, it's part of the toolbox. And what makes the difference is whether or not you could use the toolbox. Can you play? Some kids with fast feet can't play. Some kids with slow feet can play.
It was pretty different. I haven't really done anything like that before. It was cool though to just kind of compete against each other. Had a little bit of fun out there, so that was good.
How do you think you did?
I think I was a little average, a little in the mix there.
I was actually lucky enough to do it when they first came out with their product, I think in 2009, and I just did the same test then. But I think the guys are used to playing in front of scouts, and I don't think they change their attitudes at all just because they're not looking for you to change your attitude. They're looking for the person you really are.
Murray is the third-ranked North American skater in the 2012 draft. Only Nail Yakubov, who isn't here, and Mikhail Grigorenko, who skated earlier in the day for Team Orr, are expected to go before him. The hometown Kelowna Rockets are represented here today. In a draft knee-deep in defensemen, especially from the dub, Damon Severson gets a chance to compare his skills to the likes of Murray and Matthew Dumba. While the results aren't necessarily shared with the players, it doesn't stop them from peeking at the boards to see how well they're doing compared to the others.
Yeah, for sure. You always want to see how you're doing and faring with the other guys. It's always good to have a little chirps in the dressing room after and stuff like that. So it's just good fun.
We could see exactly who was first and second, and then
Who was first and second?
Gaunce had a lot of first places out there. Yeah, he's at the top most of the time.
Gaunce is the 11th ranked skater and 4th highest forward in the draft. Even they get tested for skating backwards, something they aren't all that accustomed to.
When they do have to skate backwards in a game situation, it's normally in a transition play. It's not where they're doing it from a stop. So there is a little bit more degree of difficulty here.
Yeah, for sure the forwards will struggle a little bit with the backward skating because they don't do it too often in the games or anything like that. But, obviously as a defenseman, a strong point for me would be the backward skating. And the last one there where you're going around the cones just with top speed, just crossing over like that. So I felt I was strong on that point too.
I think the hardest one for everyone was the going through the pylons, the one crossover each way, just because once you picked up speed, you're going too far, and once you crossed over, you almost hit the pylon. So I think that was the most difficult for everyone, and it was for me for sure.
Probably just like pivoting, when you're going 100%, it's a lot different than, in a game. Sometimes you're not going 100% all the time, and you can kind of time it a little bit, but when you're on the clock, you're trying to go as fast as you can, and it's a lot harder than it looks out there.
Ultimately, these types of drills are not going to affect where an NHL team might slot a guy on their draft list.
You're not going to knock a guy down for falling down or not getting to the blue line because they have to get right to the blue line, both feet, and one foot doesn't. Just little minor things like that, but it's just to see their techniques and their explosiveness off the start is one of the things you also want to watch.
They seem to want to leave no stones unturned, and if this little skating drill, good score here, makes a difference for them, maybe it raises them up a few notches in their draft positions, But this is less, in my opinion, it's less important than trying to evaluate how they compete.
These type of events never really hurt a player. Just, they're recognized as one of the elite players in the CHL. That's why they're here. Some players, they have the opportunity to enhance themselves. And there's been a lot of injuries this year, so this is an opportunity for some guys that have missed some time where, scouts get an extra view at them playing against their peers, and that's important.
The Home Hardware CHL NHL Top Prospects game goes Wednesday night beginning at 7 o'clock. Tickets are still available. The game is also broadcast on Sportsnet. Reporting from Prospera Place in Kelowna, I'm Tim Morton for Shaw.